Most people suck at selling. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the one tool that is going to arm you with the number one most powerful tool to have prospects begging you to take their credit card instead of you having to convince them that this is something that's good for them, and keep you from never, ever having to actually sell anything ever again. And I learned this concept from the book Ready, Aim, Fire by Michael Masterson. And when I learned this one concept, it radically changed my business and took me from 6 figures to 7 figures. So pay attention. And most sales professionals, they focus on features instead of benefits. And I'm going to give you an example of this. So in the Agent Accelerator program, we have clients that we take from 20K per month to 100K per month. And when I'm on the phone with them, before I implemented this is exactly how I used to pitch as well. So here's an example of someone using features to try to sell, which does not work. I used to only talk about the features and it would sound just like this. And so what you're gonna get is you're gonna get the lead gen, you're gonna get the appointment setter. It's a done for you service. You're gonna get an account manager. You're gonna get a CRM, weekly coaching calls, school group, and event recordings. And what I would do is I would just go like a Russell Brunson webinar with which for my sales team, we talked about this as like being a Baptist preacher. And we would talk about, and you get this, and you get that, and you get this, and you get that, and you get this, and you get that. And by the end of the call, I've exhausted everything and I'm pitching so hard. And now my client isn't even really thinking about the desired outcome. It's just thinking about all these features and basing their opinions off of if they think this will work. And so there's 2 challenges with doing this. And number one, it causes the prospect to go into feature brain. And now they are thinking about how they feel about this proven process to get them results instead of being sold on the dream outcome that they want. And number 2, it makes it all sound like a ton of work. For example, if I want to go on vacation, the outcome is Greece, laying on white sandy beaches and looking at the blue colors of the ocean that I have never seen before. But I am not thinking about that you got to pay $600 for a flight. You got to get up at 7 a.m. You got to do things 3 hours before the flight. You got to pack a bag with your life in it, and you always are going to forget something. When you get there, you got to take off your shoes. You got to go through metal detectors. You got to get wanded down, right? You got to get your bag searched. You got to possibly spend all day in an airport with delays. You then have to sit next to strangers on a crappy plane and then take a bumpy flight for like 4 hours. And what happened? That sounds miserable, right? And the thing for you guys that you have to understand is the only thing I care about, right, is the destination. And if that is what I truly desire, then I'll do whatever it takes. So we need to sell people on the final destination and not the journey, right? And these are the only 2 things that you need to do in order to make sales. Number 1 is you need to identify their current situation and then their desired situation, because in there is a gap that you can now separate them from their desires and their goal, and you can provide a bridge, fill that gap, right? So let's take a look at what the SO benefits are. So instead of, let me just blow this down just a little bit, right? So instead of all of these features that we have here, right? Lead gen, appointment setter, done for you, account manager, CRM, weekly coaching call, school group, and event recordings. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the SO benefits. And the SO benefits are, it's a benefit so that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get you in front of qualified people that are interested in talking to you about insurance so that you can spend all of your time talking to people and not chasing clients. So that you can stop chasing clients and have clients chasing you instead of the other way around. The next is we're going to hire a trained professional to book calls on your calendar so that you can spend all of your time in the presence of. And I know as a business owner, your time is very limited. So we want to make sure that you're spending all your time speaking to prospects that are looking for insurance. Next, we're going to pre-set up all of this for you, and 95% of the work is done, because the most important thing, again, is our time. money replenishes itself, but time doesn't. So we want to give you your time back. You're also going to have a personal concierge so that if anything ever breaks or you ever run into a snag, you can just raise your hand and we can solve that problem within 24 hours. The next is we'll have one of our clients named Eric Amati, who runs a $1 million agency. And we got all the emails, we got all the texts and the calendars and reminders so that we can completely automate your business so that we can have you focusing on working on the business as opposed to in the business. We also do a weekly coaching call, and our top clients get on there and show what's working for them right now. And the reason why we do this is so that you are only doing the things that are working right now, and we can compress time so that you can be only taking action on the things that's actually working today. And now we have a private community that's not some crappy Facebook group. Instead, we have a real life 7-figure mastermind community because you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around the most so that you can become a 7-figure earner yourself. Again, if you stick around a barbershop long enough, you'll get a haircut. And then lastly, this last benefit is that there is no other program that when you join it, you can immediately attend 3 events. In fact, Tony Robbins says that there's only 2 ways to radically induce change. Number 1 is changing your environment, and the second thing is immersion. Well, we give you three pre-recorded immersion events to attend immediately so that you can become a top producer and learn from other 7-figure earners like Cody Askins, John Wetmore, Alex Branding, Arturo to help you guarantee your success. Now, do you see the difference? Okay, this is very, very powerful. So I want to make sure that you're understanding that you want to sell benefits and not features. And once I learned this thing, this is how I went from 6 figures to 7 figures. So let me know in the comments if you think this was helpful. And I also created another video about how this is done and is in depth, so you can take a look at that and you can check it out right now. All right, see you soon.